Alright, guys. So in this session, we are going to learn about Connect SQL and RDB methods activity. So we have two type of databases in Pega: internal and external. Internal, you already know, basically the ones which basically we have Pega installed. We have classes. We actually can always interact with them using classes. You can write report definition and all those stuff. But even and then we have another external databases that we might want to connect with the customer data schema that we by default basically get when we configure any data type. That's also kind of an external database. So when we want to connect with external database and want to fetch record, delete record, browse record, that's when we use Connect SQL rule, and we use RDB methods in activities to launch the Connect SQL. All right. Um, this is also Connect SQL is also important if we want to run complex queries which are not possible otherwise by report definition. Okay. In the report definition, you have set a format. That's what you need to use. But with the Connect SQL, you can write custom queries, database queries, and you can execute that and get the result and do whatever you want to do on top of that. So let's try to create a Connect SQL. Again, this time, we are going to create that for the employee class itself. Okay, and we will try to leverage that Connect SQL for various operations in Pega. So create a connector, Connect SQL. I'll say employee operations. Applies to DXC data employee. Package name uh, all should be a package already there. All right. So see here we have four tabs basically: open, delete, save, browse. You can write queries. You can write queries here itself. Okay. So you can write queries like select star from. If you want to specify the table name, you can specify the table name. Otherwise, you can actually use this mechanism as class and then put the class from where you want to extract the data. Where I will write a very simple query at the moment. Okay, where emp what is okay? Let me just see id. I think only id equals to c1. Let's save it. Just open. I will come to other tabs. Now if you want to test it, you want to basically call this, you will have to call it through the activity. So we should have some activities, or let me create a new activity. Test RDB methods demo. I create it into employee maintenance. All right. So in order to call that, you have a method called Connect SQL. Sorry, RDB. You have a method called RDB. Just like OBJ, we have RDB methods. Because we have open only, we have provided the query in open. That's what we will call RDB open. Open the class instance. Data employee request type is your query name. Oh, sorry, your Connect SQL name. Access is your package name. Save it. You will have to provide a pages and class to store it. Temp in. Let's run it. Success. Let's see on the clipboard. Temp in. That's the data for the C1. So this is how we can get the data using RDB method from a table, from any table, external table. You could have directly specified the table name here as well. Okay, that's also something possible. You can have this parameter basically identified on it or taken from a page as well. So let me just insert above. I will put it on a page, query page. I will take this of the same class. So I will put the ID on this query page. Maybe I will take it as a parameter. You pass the parameter of ID and I'll put that here on ID of the page. Now at the runtime, I can read the query from this page. Of course, it has to be defined first. So I can say query page dot ID. Save it. Let's try to run it again. Okay. Error. I think I will have to put that as, let's see, trace fail not found. This is there. Just a minute. Oh, sorry, it should be in the bracket. Any dynamic thing should be in this bracket. Yeah, success. Let's see on the clipboard. Now this is the CEO data. So at the runtime, you can do it like that. So see, now since we are writing queries directly, you could actually have the table name here as well hard coded, but it's better to reference the class so that if you even if you change the table, you do not have to change the query. Now here you can write procedure, you can write complex join, whatever you want to write, you can write it here. Okay, because this is plain SQL. You can have a delete statement as well in the similar way. I will say if you want to delete something based on the ID, we can do that. You can save, you can write a query for insert update here. Okay, I'll walk you guys one by one. So obj open is already done. Let's try obj delete. So I will again put the ID on the query page. I will comment this one, not obj, sorry, RDB. Whatever ID you will pass, this will delete it. So RDB delete. Class name, request type, same, all. And since it is RDB delete, it will trigger the query in the delete one, in the Connect SQL delete. Run it. So I will try to delete something. Let me delete this ID. It doesn't have proper data. Success. Let's see if this is deleted. No. Oh, we haven't saved it, right? We haven't committed it. So I will just put commit at the moment so that it's reflecting right away. No, that record is gone. Okay. Now let's talk about the other one, obj browse. Here you will have multiple lists, right? So select star from this class where ID like query page ID. I will pass just the C. Okay, what is C? Yeah, same to as Oracle, but how do we provide that? Okay, let me see if this works. Okay, swear ID like this. Let's trigger it. And the activity this time we will need a page list because it's going to return multiple values. So TE code Pega list and T.px results are going to be of this class. I'm going to comment this, add RDB browse, RDB list, and class name this sorry request type this all maximum result and everything is okay, and I'll put that on page T. Run it. Doesn't really matter ID. Oh, sorry, it matters. C. Okay, it's giving us error. Let's trace it. Yeah, I thought that this will cause a problem. If I want to use it as like, let me remove that, and if I put it here as just experimenting, how do we put that icon? No. Okay, I'll just remove it at the moment, and I will pass that in the Run C hyphen. Okay. Clipboard T. This has got the result. 11 results. They all have C. That's why. Okay. But you definitely don't want to pass this percentage icon, right? So you take that as it is, the ID, but on the property set, you just put it, you just append it. Okay. So it will automatically be taken care of. Now if I run it again, so you will have to build the query dynamically basically. See, which is good. Clipboard T. See, we got all the record. So that's about obj browse, that sorry browse, that we call using RDB list. Then we have the last one, which is save. Here you can insert into, let's say update. I will update, basically update this set. What are the features that we have here? Set first name equals to whatever we will pass there. Okay, where ID this one, and first name will have to be passed as well. First name. We will have to pass the first name in the activity, and we will have to set that here. All right, let's call this activity now. Call this method of obj save, RDB save. So if I'm giving C1 this name, first name, it should update that. Okay. Success. Commit is not happening, right? So it will not be immediately visible. Let me add commit. Run it again. Let's see in the table. C1. Okay, the name is not updated. Update this one. Set first name equals to query page first name where ID equals to. Okay, the problem is that in the activity we have this ID modified, so it's not finding that ID with the percentage sign. So let me run it again. C1. So this time it updated the ID. So this is as simple as that. It's very easy. It depends, of course, on what query you want to execute. Okay, you can write that query. So whenever there is a complexity and you cannot get that done through report definition or other ways, go ahead, write a Connect SQL, call that from the activity, and you can get your work done. You can execute the procedure, you can execute complex queries, complex join, whatever you want. So this is as simple as that. Very simple to call Connect SQL. And the Connect SQLs are used in the activity using RDB methods. So we just demoed the RDB-Open, RDB-List, RDB Save, okay, and RDB Delete too. And in all the cases, we took the parameter dynamically. So for your case, you know how to pass the parameter and how to use it in the query that you will have in the Connect SQL, right? You can leverage basically that under this bracket sign and the page from where you want to read. It can be param page as well. You can directly specify param dot there as well if you wish to. Okay. So that concludes Connect SQL and RDB method session.